Dan, welcome to London Bees. How happy are you to be here?
Thanks, Lewis. Yeah, no, delighted. It's a massive opportunity, obviously for me personally, for sure. But as I said in the sort of initial piece that went out on the website, I think the club's got a huge degree of potential, and I'm really, really excited to be here and hopefully try and realise a little bit of that.
For anyone who doesn't know, what's your career looked like so far, and what's been like the big achievements for you so far in your career?
Sure. So yeah, I started in the women's game at the University of Birmingham, working in their football program there, which was a great learning sort of curve for me. I worked under some really prestigious coaches within the women's game, which gave me a really good grounding and start off to things. And from there, I spent a bit of time at Coventry United, as they were then, now Rugby Borough. Before coming down to London, went over to Leyton Orient, as it was then, which then became London Seaward, and I took charge there in October 21. Had a really, really good 2.5 years in charge with them. Had a really good 2.5 years with them, but now super excited to sort of be here and start something afresh with Bees.
And for you, what attracted you to come to London Bees? What made you feel this was the next best move for your career?
I think I touched upon it already, but just regarding the potential of the club, it was 4 seasons ago, it's a championship team, a founding member of WSL2, so the club's got a really rich history, a really big background. It's obviously been difficult times over the last couple of years, there's no hiding from that. But that in itself presents a really exciting challenge for someone like myself coming in to, hopefully start to sort of turn the ship around. The facilities here are incredible. The backing and support and the conversations that I've had with Natasha and the board so far have been really positive. And that just gives me, even more sort of motivation and excitement for what I think we can do here.
Obviously, every manager has their own sort of style of play and how they like to play the game. What can London Bees fans expect from Dan McKimm's side?
I think for me, it's about we went through a big journey with Seaward where we really changed the style of football there. From when I first took over, it was a case of we had to get the job done, survive in the league, and over the past couple of seasons we built out, I think, quite an attractive brand of football there. I like getting the ball down, playing. It's a game that should be played on the grass. That said, I'm really keen to make sure that we're adaptable and flexible this season. You win games in many different ways, and it's not always as clean cut as having one style, and that's how we play. So I want us to be adaptable. I want us to be able to flex within games as well to manage situations. But one thing I am super keen on is making sure that the girls are turning up to play football and enjoying that. And that we give the fans who are really keen on getting back down here something good to watch again.
It's just been a little over a week since the announcement of you being appointed the head coach. How's this first week been, and what have you been up to?
Really busy. It's been a really busy first week, but I've really enjoyed it. Again, sort of can't speak highly enough of how welcoming everyone has been at the club and how much sort of support there's been to get settled in. Spent a lot of time on the phone in various different meetings. We've got a big job on the hands, to make sure that we're competitive when we step over that line in August. So yeah, many things that need to come together for that. Starting to think about plans for pre-season and the kind of environment and culture that we're going to bring and instill here. So loads of things going on at the moment. So yeah, super busy, but I love it. This time of year is brilliant because it's when you get to put all those plans in place and sort of set out the roadmap for the year.
It's a big project, especially this summer, to make sure everything's right at the head of the new season. And then for you personally, what are the main objectives to tick off for the summer to make sure we're fully prepared going into next season?
I think we've got to get the playing squad in the right shape. I think there's some really good players here at the club at the moment, which is exciting. I think a little bit of recruitment from outside as well, but strengthening certain areas and give a bit of fresh impetus will help us. So get the playing squad in the right shape is definitely a priority. Similarly, getting the staffing team behind the scenes in the right order as well is really important. The players can only thrive in as good as the environment they're provided with, and as I said, the facilities are here for it. So we've got to make sure I've got to make sure that there's the right people around the place to make it a good home for them and allow them to come and play their best football. And then, yeah, aside from that, it's around what we can do to put bees back on people's lips in the local area. Again, I understand it's been a frustrating time for people at times over the past few years, but, you know, we're going to play some good football this year, and they'll play some exciting football, and I want to try and get out there, meeting, you know, people in the community and making sure that, yeah, when we start in August, we've got a really good feeling around the place, and something that people can look forward to over what's going to be a busy summer of football anyway. But then when October rolls around, that there's, you know, we can jump on the back of that excitement and make sure this place becomes a real hotbed of football again.
Dan, thank you for your time and welcome to London Bees.
Thanks, Otis. Appreciate it.